Good morning. It's Sunday, June 29th. Today we're going to take a ride on a highway. I haven't done that yet. Since it's Sunday, we're going to take a ride to Hazel Green, Wisconsin. Hopefully the traffic isn't too bad heading over that way. It's about a 15-mile ride, so it should be around 30 miles round trip. Let's go. So this will probably be, I'm pretty certain, first time I've ridden a bicycle down University Avenue since I was a teenager, rolling around on my bicycle back then. It's a fairly steep hill and it's very rough at the bottom. Gonna control my speed here, trying to go into this curve because two streets merge together down here, and I got to worry about traffic that's behind me. So I don't want to just go flying down this thing Mach 1. It could be very dangerous, and I hope the car behind me sees what I'm doing because I don't want to piss him off. God, the street is so rough here. My cell phone is threatening to pop out of this new bag that I got. So the old bag had a zipper pocket on the front. This thing's just got a Velcro pocket and a little slip pocket on the side. It has more space, less pockets, but it's supposed to be waterproof. I'm actually gonna have to put my phone inside of it. I can't leave it hanging out on the side because it's starting to move up. That would have sucked having my phone fly out as I'm going down that hill. Okay, crisis averted. Back on the street. So the plan today is to take the East Dubuque Bridge and cross over into Illinois. And then there's a highway from East Dubuque that goes up and catches Highway 11. I forget the number of the highway from East Dubuque, but anyway, I'll get on Highway 11 in Wisconsin and follow that to Hazel Green, Wisconsin. According to Google Maps, it's just under 15 miles to get over there. So round trip should be about 30. And hopefully, not a lot of traffic since we're out here on a Sunday morning. Being that it's Sunday, I would like to put in a higher mileage day, but I don't have time today. So when I get back today, I got to get ready to go to the Quad Cities. Krista and I are heading down to go see Social Distortion in Moline tonight, so that should be a good show. Got to see him last year and it was amazing. Try to make it to the light for that car to turn it. Shit, I don't know if I'm gonna make this thing. Yep, we got her. Okay. So they do have a sidewalk here, but if you're coming from downtown Dubuque, not easy to access. Looks like a sidewalk goes under the bridge from here. I'll have to explore that when I come back. See how you get to this. It's coming off Locust. There's no sidewalk. Feels good I made the light. Okay. So this is the Highway 20 bridge heading to East Dubuque, Illinois. I haven't been across this bridge in this section of the bridge, probably, no kidding, since like junior high, or maybe freshman in high school. One of my best friends lived over here, Kevin. So we used to cruise over to his house, hang out for the weekend. I've been across this in a car countless times, or semi, but not on the pedestrian area in many, many, many years. And it looks kind of like the cement here is breaking up. In some areas you can see the rebar holding the concrete together. Probably from the freezing in the winter and then the thaw breaking it all up. There's a chunk right there. Okay, so this Highway 35 North. This is going to be a long hill, a couple miles at least. Oh, by the way, the ride to Hazel Green is a bunch of hills up and down, all the way. So I'll be going up and down hills on the way there, up and down hills on the way back. So I might only be doing 30 miles today, but I'm gonna feel them. So the steepest part of that hill was only about a mile. I'm still climbing here, but it's a lot less of a grade, so it's much easier. It's about a 1% grade here. Not too bad after climbing that 7 or something. We're crossing into Wisconsin now on this Highway 35. This area is considered Hazel Green, but we're still quite a few miles away from Hazel Green proper, the actual town. But the zip code, I guess, comes all the way out here. So up here on the right, you'll see these campers. It's a camper's dealership now. And a long time ago, like 22 years ago, this is the second tattoo shop I ever worked at, was over here. That was the driveway we just passed that went in. It used to be a bank building, and it got converted into Mystic Tattoo. And the owner of that shop owned another one up in Platteville called Wildside. So I started at Wildside, then I came down here and worked at Mystic, and then eventually ended up in Iowa in Dubuque at Trigger Happy Tattoo, and then now my shop, Dubuque Tattoo Club, which I opened back in 2012. There used to be a gas station here too, but that's gone now too. I bought a lot of Mountain Dews and candy bars there when I was eating like crap. Microwave burritos, Hot Pockets, all the shit, you know, it's so nutritious for you. All right, we're hanging it right here. Now we're on Highway 11, headed for Hazel Green. This road has a decent sized shoulder, I think, all the way over to Hazel Green and back. I just gotta watch for debris that could take out a tire. And holes, I guess. That could be rough too. So one takeaway of riding on an actual highway as opposed to a trail, you smell a lot more roadkill out here. Imagine there's animals in the ditches on both sides that I'm just getting a whiff of. So it's kind of ruining the fresh morning air out here. So ever since I came down that big hill, doing over 30 miles an hour, I've been climbing. And it's not been steep. It's anywhere from like 7 to 1.5% grade. But it doesn't look like it's gonna end anytime soon. And I knew that. But I'm just showing you here on the camera. And I'm still climbing. So I'm trying to get a little bit smarter about eating. Not eating so much. That's one problem I've had my whole life, my whole adult life anyway. Probably my whole life. It's just eating too much. You know, growing up, we didn't clean our plate. We couldn't get it up from the table. So you had to scarf everything down. And then as an adult, I'd go to truck stops when I was driving over the road. And they had, you know, all you can eat buffets. Oh man, I would just pig out on those things too. At one point, I got up to almost 260 pounds. I was 23 years old, over the road truck driver, completely unhealthy. And I remember trying to get out of my bunk one day, and I was rolling back and forth to try to get myself up to sit up. I was completely out of breath. Felt like total shit. And at that time, I was also a smoker, smoking 3 packs of Marlboro Reds a day. So I was out of breath. I was feeling like absolute crap at 23. And I was like, what am I doing? So I quit smoking and drinking and everything all at the same time, but I was eating better. I took some dumbbells out on the road with me in the truck and a jump rope. And when I would get to the places I was at for the night, I'd do some jumping jacks, push-ups, sit-ups in the bunk of the truck, lift some weights, run around the truck and trailer. If I was in good neighborhoods, I'd go out for jogs. And I ended up getting down, I think my weight starting was like 257. And I got myself down into the 230 range and stayed there for a long time. Then I came off the road and got a local truck driving job. And then I was able to get in the gym and lift weights, like an actual gym. Got my weight down around 220. Got into powerlifting. My weight was down to 205. I was able to bench 350 one time. And then had a torn rotator and a crushed AC joint. That was the end of the lifting days. And then I ballooned back up. And I've been having my weight fluctuate ever since, off and on. But mostly it's because I eat too much. I'll just sit down and eat whatever's in front of me. And it's usually not healthy stuff if I'm not paying attention. most of what my wife cooks and makes for us is organic, healthier foods. Not a lot of processed foods, but you know, the old saying, calories in, calories out. Don't matter how healthy the food is, if you're still eating too much, you're gonna gain weight. Getting back to my point here, when I come out in the morning to do these rides and it's time for me to eat a little something, I'm not eating a little something. Like yesterday I felt like shit after eating, so I ate an entire pack of those cookies and then I had fruit snacks afterwards, and I think it was just too much. So then my body has to kick in and try to digest that when I'm in the middle of doing something, and it's pulling my energy. So I think that's probably what happened yesterday. I just ate too much at one time. While I'm biking, I need to be consuming small amounts of stuff. So my plan from now on is to eat one little thing every like 45 minutes, they say. And then at the end of the ride or the end of the day on Ragbrai, I'll eat an actual meal. And I'm hoping that'll keep me from getting depleted in energy from eating too much, but give me enough energy to keep going all day. A combination of small snacks, water, and electrolytes. Hopefully I can figure out a balance. Just remember, I'm doing all this on my own. I got nobody telling me how to do this. I'm figuring it out as I go. So hopefully anything I'm learning and sharing here on these videos will resonate with someone else and they can use it. Maybe it'll work for you too. I know everybody's different. I feel like being overweight, I have plenty of stored energy, so it's not like I need to eat a whole meal every time I stop to eat. Just eat the snacks to get that quick rush of sugar into my blood and the electrolytes to keep me going. And I'll eat the protein, big protein meals at the end of the day. I may have already talked about this in another video, but like I said, I'm just trying to figure out shit to talk about. We are rolling into Hazel Green. This didn't seem to take long at all. It's a pretty quick ride. A little bit of struggle in a couple hills, but not too bad. Just over 15 miles in this morning. Just stopping over here in Hazel Green. This cool little gas station. Old school Texaco. Just gonna fill up my water, snack a little something, and start heading back towards Dubuque. So I hope I've gotten away from it, but I had a bird dive bombing me just now. I'm assuming they have a nest somewhere near here. Now I see him in the shadow again above me. Yeah, he came down pretty close to my head a couple of times. I didn't get to see what kind of bird it was because it's kind of from behind me. But anyway, I saw him in the shadows. I turned my head and the little bastard was right next to me. He's trying to dive bomb at my helmet. Oh my God. Oh no. There's a bug in my nose right now. Oh, my Kleenex. Oh no. What? Oh, dude. Just inhaled a goddamn bug. And it's in my sinus pad. I can feel it. Oh God. Where the hell is it? Oh no. I didn't see it in the Kleenex. I might have coughed it out, I have no idea. Oh, Jesus Christ. Ah. Nope. I just spit that out. Oh my God. Holy shit. Oh my God, that's disgusting. That is absolutely disgusting. I'm gonna horrify my wife. Where are you? I see him crawling on the sidewalk there. That fly went up my nose. Well, I know I captured all that. Holy Christ. That was an extremely disturbing feeling. I could feel that thing crawling around in my sinus passage. I was blowing my nose as hard as I could, spitting and hacking. Oh my God, that was disgusting. Oh, I don't even know what to say right now. Holy Christ. The things you encounter in nature. Ugh. So gross. Well, I lived to see another day, so I'm letting that fly live to see another day. I'm sure he's gonna be telling that story too. Dude, I was going down the road and just flew up some dude's sinus. Oh, that's insane. Never a dull moment out here, I tell you. I'm just pedaling along, having a good old time, enjoying the weather, the ride, and inhaled a freaking fly. New fear unlocked of choking on an insect. The weird thing was that when I inhaled it, it went in on my left nostril, and then I could feel it when I started trying to hack it up. It was on my right nostril. I don't even want to think what would have happened if I would have inhaled that thing into my lungs, dude. What the hell? You know, I try to ride with my mouth closed as much as possible. Breathe through my nose so I don't inhale bugs through my mouth. And of course, I snorted a fly. All right. had about a 20-minute intermission. My mother lives over this way, and they were out of town camping, but I happened to notice the garage door was open, so they're back from camping for the weekend. So I had to stop and visit. Welcome back to Iowa. Rolling down the trail here. Gonna go under the East Dubuque Bridge. See where this ends up so that I know how to get back to the bridge next time without going into traffic on Locust Street there. Bimbo Bakery's hiring, $23.41 an hour. Anybody wants to work in the bakery, that's some decent money. Okay, I know where this goes. Put you on Main Street. So you go up and over this bridge. I remember riding this years ago before we moved out of Dubuque for a minute. This little walkway goes up and over the highway interchange here onto Main Street. It's a little bit of a roundabout way to get to the bridge, but I'm sure much safer than trying to be into traffic there on Locust Street to get to the bridge. And somebody's dog took a shit up here. I hope it was a dog and not a human. All right. Now we are on First and Main. Start rolling up University Avenue. It's a bit of a hill here. It is a rough street and it gets narrow up around the bend there. So I'm going to take the sidewalk to keep me out of traffic. Alright, I'm going to take a second here in the shade. 10% grade, 10.5. This hill that goes to my right currently is way steeper than this. I gotta stop and clear the eyes out. See what the temperature is actually here. 86, but it claims it feels like 97. The temp on my GPS says 99. It's a warm one. This hill is a son of a bitch. And my heart is racing in this heat and this incline. I think it's averaging between 8.5 and 9% grade all the way up this thing. I see the top of the hill from here, but it's a little bit to go yet. Got another block and a half, 2 blocks. I gotta wipe the sweat against my eyes again. God damn. All right, just getting back. I don't know if you can see the sweat on my brow, but it is a warm one. So we did 31.66 miles this morning. I was hoping to do 30, so we got it. All right, we got our miles in for today. Gonna go get cleaned up. Got a couple things to do before we head out of town to go see Social Distortion tonight. I don't know what you got going on today. Today's a good day to chase your dreams. I'm gonna get back to living mine. See you next time.